Oh my god. We have grass in Fortnite. Look at this. We can actually touch grass in Fortnite right now. This is amazing. Just kidding. We have henchmen. We have supply drops with amazing updates. We have a full new amazing gallery over there. So let's jump quickly into it. It is the 19.40 update today, and we got a bunch of very cool stuff. I know all of you guys want to know about the henchmen and the supply drop, but we're going to start out with the a little bit just updated items here. And first of all, we have the campfire got an update where you can finally now actually light it up with fuel and stuff like that. So you can actually light up with fuel, animals, and basically anything that is like an NPC can now be attacked by the fire as well. So that is a pretty decent update. Also on the list of updated items, we have the radio. And yes, we got finally a few new sounds. We have fantasy tense and we also have fantasy calm. The item banner also got an update where you can now allow players to drop items to the location instead of dropping them into the player's inventory. And also an option where you can, instead if the inventory is full, just drop it to the location, just leave it. So it's a pretty decent like quality of life update to the item banner. Up next is one of the probably cooler updated devices here, and that's the tracker, where you can now finally allow to load and save stuff in the tracker. So before that, it was a little bit more like complicated to create that stuff, but now you have the option to auto load. You can resolve conflicts, so you can basically have trackers very easily load the progress in the tracker, and I think that's a big update and a very needed one, say the least. Alright, so should we talk about supply drops or henchmen first? I think we talk about the grass again, because it is actually pretty cool grass. Not gonna lie, this grass is pretty cool looking, and there's a few styles of it. So you can see we have these a few versions here, and we also have the like more taller one, which I really like, and definitely something that we kind of needed in Fortnite. We also have a few new prefabs and other galleries for the snow dunes, but nothing too special here. Really cool if you just want to have a very basic snow background. Alright, so let's start out with the henchmen first. And yes, they're finally in the game. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. We can have them. They are called guard spawners, and you can obviously find them under the devices category. Should be a recently added tab, and you can find them down here. The guards have multiple options which you can select them at. You can grotto, rig, sharks. You can see you can change the skins of them, can change the type of them. But the cooler thing about these guard spawners is actually they use like NPCs. They're not standstill. They actually run around and they actually fire at you if you want to. But the even cooler thing is that you can equip weapons to them. You can see in the inventory here that if we quickly check this, you can see there's different types of weapons which have a guard weapon. And these weapons can be used in the guards. It's mostly the mythic weapons though. So if you want to have a weapon for a guard, you can just simply pull it out. Like for example, let's pull this scar out right here, and then we can simply drop it into the inventories of the guards. And then they will, if they start the game, they will spawn with them. So we can quickly do that. And now you can see that they have the weapons that we gave them. Other than that, the device is pretty simple and kind of acts like the sentry spawner that we already have in the game. There's obviously a few more options. I'm going to definitely do a video on the guard spawner, how to use it most effectively. But other than that, the device is pretty simple. You can have all the same options as you have in the sentries. But now the device actually walks and can actually kind of be an actual NPC. So that is really cool. Alright, so let's come to the last item that we have in Fortnite Creative, and that is the supply drop spawner. This was probably one of the more requested ones from the beginning of Fortnite Creative, but it's now in the game, and it's pretty cool. You can have like a fall speed change here, so you can have it very fast, and I think the most important thing for most of you guys is that can you do custom stuff in here? And yes, you can do whatever you want in here. You can have whatever weapons, whatever stuff you want to have in here. You can put it in there, just drop it in like usual, and then it will be in the supply drop. It's a pretty cool addition to Fortnite Creative, and definitely something that a lot of people wanted for a very long time. And you can see it's the exact same thing as from BR, and it comes down very fast. And you can search it, and boom, there is my scar. And there's also a new weapon in the game. As you can see, there is a basic sword. I'm not sure if that is supposed to be in the game yet. Maybe it should be with the melee manager. But for whatever reason, the basic sword is in here. It's not on a patch note, so I highly doubt that we're going to keep this sword. But you can see the animations. You can guard with it. You can have like cool swing attacks. But I think this is definitely a mistake, and maybe we will see it in the next update. Also, there's one last thing which technically should be in the game, but I haven't seen a single map with that yet, and that is trailers should be in the game for creative maps as well. Maybe it takes a little bit of time. Maybe it got disabled for whatever reason. But technically, all the maps that have trailers now should display trailers without any audio in the tabs here. So you can actually watch trailers from your maps, and you can create trailers for your maps and see them in the Discovery tab, which I think is a pretty cool update. But currently for this then, it's not working, or it's not enabled yet. So we have to see how that turns out. And that wraps it about up for this update. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Definitely going to have a video on henchmen, the guard spawners as well. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys back in the next one. Bye.